Hello and welcome to the third part of this Steampunk puppy tutorial. So today we will make the wheels, and then we will go a little in Xpresso and we will roll the wheel so that we can let it roll along a spline or something else. Or I'll show you in a very easy way so you can roll it just one straight line, or a little more complicated way so you can roll it along a spline or whatever you want. So, okay, and yeah, I'm a little busy, but I thought why not, let's make this tutorial the third part. And I think this will be the last part of the modeling. Maybe we do this whole small things. Let's go to the original file. The small things I showed you already. So this whales and these things here. Maybe this we make in the fourth and last part. But the fourth and last part will mostly be about texturing, and I do the texturing for physical render and Octane. So everyone should get something. And today we will make these wheels, as I said, and we roll them. Okay, so let's start. You will be a little surprised. Oh, first I make a new file. It's easier to work. You will be a little surprised. I start with a cylinder. Yay. No, I'm not drunk. I just start with a cylinder. So let's go to here, and the cylinder should be plus set. Okay, and I need just, let's say, 20 here and one, so two segments here, so that we have here quads. Not exactly quads, but almost something like quads here. Okay, I don't need the caps. And now I make this editable. Just C on the keyboard, and that's it. Then I go in the top view here and polygon mode and want to select something. Here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here 1, 2, 3, then whoops, whoops, and again something like this here. Okay, looks good so far. And what I want to do, this is our profile, so what I want to do is I hold my control key and drag it up. I hold my shift key too, so I have exactly 5 centimeter. The default for this quantizing is 10 centimeter. You can change this if you go here under mode to modeling, and here you have quantize. Here you can change it, and if you want to save this, as I have it with 5 everywhere, put in your values you want, and then go to edit, and here set as default. For me it's no set as default because I changed nothing. So okay, this is this here, and yeah, this is okay for me. Now I want to clone this, and so I want to have it edge on edge, but I don't want to have these walls here in between, so I delete here this edge, this edge, and this edge here, and this edge here. So now I want that this edge here connects with this one, but with no wall in between. Huh? Okay, now we can start to clone. Select our cylinder, go to the MoGraph, cloner. This is the wrong direction, of course. We want to go in the z-axis, here null, and z-axis, we said this is 20, so 20, and yeah, that's it. Now you see what I mean. I have no walls here in between. If I would have this polygon here, I had walls in between, and then we have problems with the bevel and everything. So good, but we need more. Let's see. Let's start with 20 so that we see something. Okay, and now I want to deform this here, and I don't want to use the bend deformer because I don't really like the bend deformer. Every time I have problems with which direction does it bend and. So I select my cloner and put it in a null object, so Alt G. Then I select my null object because I want to deform the cloner, and I can't give a deformer under the cloner. So I have to give it under the null, and then it affects everything what is in this null. So, and I want now the wrap deformer. I hold my shift, so it automatically becomes child. And with the wrap deformer, I see where it wraps. Very nice. So here I know R for the, I want it here 90 degrees. Hold your shift key to get increments, and here 90 degrees. Okay, that's nice. And now I go to my cloner and go up with the clones. So until I close here. 40 should be fine, yeah. And we are totally closed. Nice, and we have already more or less our wheel. Okay, we have to make this rim again and something, but maybe we want this. No, we don't need it higher. This profile. We could make it higher. Let's see how it looks. So select this one. Go in there. So I don't want to see this wrap deformer. So E, and I drag this up 5. So I hold my shift key and even more. So like this. And activate everything. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's better, I think. Okay, let's see how it looks with the bevel. And then we want to put this in a subdivision surface too. So with the bevel, so I want to make the I give the cloner in a connect object, so the cloner is then just like one object, so like it would be welded and everything. So I make a connect object and put it under the wrap here and give the cloner in the connect. So the cloner is now one object and is affected by this wrap deformer. And when now I want to wrap, and after the wrap I want to bevel this whole thing. So now I make a bevel deformer and put it under the wrap. So first I want to wrap it, and then I want to bevel it. And you see that works. Works fine, but we try it with solid, and let's say about 2 maybe. Should look nice. Okay, see if we have some problems somewhere, but looks everything nice. And now I put this whole null here in a subdivision surface. Select the null and Alt click on subdivision surface, and I get this here. NI for isobarm view, so it looks better. And let's render this and let's see if this looks okay. I think it looks more than okay, but here I see we have a problem. Okay. Maybe the weld is too small here, so go to the connect object And we have here the tolerance for the weld. Yeah, go to manual is okay. I think the default is as brakes or something else or so, but I have manual here for the same here under edit, set as default, and you have every time what you want. But here we see now we have a problem here. Let's see if when we go up with this tolerance. I hold my Alt key, so I may have small increments here. That makes no difference. No difference, no difference, no difference, no difference. So this is not the problem. Even if I go to 2 centimeter, that makes nothing. Let's go back to the default setting. Let's make it a little different. It's no problem. I want it like this, so yeah, here we see it. The bevel makes problems here. When I go back with bevel, it seems that here the welding does not work, but it's no problem. What I do is I go out of the bevel. I put this whole connect thing in a backup folder as a copy of it. Control on your keyboard and copy it in the backup. Deactivate everything and yeah, okay. Now I save this for to be sure I have it when I need it. Wheel. Ba-doing. And now what I do is I want this connect object and just hit C on the keyboard to convert it, because this makes the welding and everything, so I don't need to make them to use my edit optimize script. Just need to hit C. Okay, now I have one object and I go in point mode. Let's give the wrap deformer now. Now we can put the deformer under the connect object too. So I put the wrap deformer under the connect. It makes this is the same like I would have it here. But now I select my connect and say current state to object. I can right click here too and current state to object. And I can delete this one with the wrap deformer. So now I have this object and I can go in my so here and I go in point mode, and here we had somewhere this problem. Let's see. Let's bevel this. Yeah, here we have our problem. This is here. I go in point mode. This is why we have here more than 1 point. I don't see it, but if we select this here is 1 point, okay, but I shift select here and you see now we have 2 points. So that means this is our problem. We have 2 points here. So what we do is we select nothing. For the optimize you can select no point or every point. If you know this is the only problem here, you can select these 2 points and click on optimize, so it optimizes just these 2 points. But I don't know if I have more problems or not. And now, with nothing selected, I click on my optimize here. Or right click, optimize is the same. And whoop. And now we should have no problems anymore with the bevel deformer. You know it was here. So let's see, bevel deformer, and you see, no problem anymore. Just with the connect object that the weld, so the optimization did not work so perfect. So doesn't matter. This works, and if I put this in the subdivision surface now, we have everywhere nice thing. And if you render this, it looks perfect for us. Here we have some oops, come here. We have nothing here. Now, if you have some artifacts here or something else, you can go to the bevel and in the topology, it's a form break rounding and select it. It should make it better then. But here everything works, so it's nice. Okay. Let's make the rim in the middle. So what I don't need the subdivision for the moment. Save it, and now I want to select the one of the middle polygons here. So UL and one of the middle ones here. Let's see if I'm right, if it's a middle one. Okay, that's okay. So one to the neck. Okay, this two in the middle is okay. And with UY you can extend the selection to grow the selection. So UY, 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 UY. So I think until here it should be okay. Oh, one more. No, until here it's okay, I think. Oh, UY, let's see. That's too much. Oh, it's okay. And with UK you can shrink it. So UK we want back, and UY you grow it. Let's try it simply. And now I want to split these polygons I selected. I want to split it from the object. And you can do this with UP or right click and split here. I do it with UP, and I get a new object here. And I'm doing this rim. And this is the tire. And I put the bevel deformer here just under the tire. I want that the bevel deformer just works for the tire and not for the rim. So okay, rim. So select all polygons from the rim. Yep. And D for extrude. D and extrude it a little bit. Something like that. Let's see, 5 centimeters should be okay. Yes. I want 2 subdivisions should be fine. And I want caps. I need caps. Okay. And now we have everything in this null, and the null is in the subdivision, so everything what is in this null will be affected by the subdivision surface. And see, we have now our rim here. And this looks so. This is exactly what we want. Okay. But the rim looks boring like this, so let's modify it a little bit. Here, so, and with UK I can shrink my selection. UK. So, and with Control click on point mode, I convert the polygon selection to a point selection. UL, and I want just this middle one here. Nothing else, and this I delete. I could delete all the polygons, but when I delete the polygons, I have unused points here that I have to optimize, and so I have nothing. So I have no unused point, nothing. So edge mode, UL, loop selection here and a loop selection here. Okay. Now T for scale, and I want to scale just in the Y direction and in the Z direction here. So I can, what I can do is I can go to the X here, to the X axis, and hold Shift. So I have the other two, you see, Or I go to this here. What is the better? This is the better solution. And now I hold my control key and drag it to the inside here. Somewhere like this. This is on you how you like it. So something like this. And now I drag just this, you see, with the scale just in the X direction here. So okay. Then again, control inside a little bit, and again a little bit, something like that. This is, as I said, how you want to do it, just on you. And so control and T, maybe a little smaller here. Something like that is okay for me. Let's see what we get if we put this in a subdivision surface. Looks nice. We have a nice rim here. Okay. And now, no. I want to close this cap, but I don't want to make just close. You know, I love quads, so I make here an extra cap on it. Maybe I do this a little smaller too. So I just in these two directions and make it smaller. And what I could do is, yeah, make another extrusion with a control key, and this is so. I have the subdivision surface on, that's the reason it looks so. Okay, I did another extrusion like this. T for scale here. Scale it a little outward, so something like that. Okay. And now I want to bridge from here to here, so I have a hole here in between, so that's like a cylinder. And this I can do is go to my polygon mode, UL, and loop select this and this here. And now I go in the bridge with B and try to find to go from here to here. So drag it from here to here. You see the white thing here, and release it. And we have forgotten something. It would work, but go back, Control Z. In the bridge tool, we need here again bridge tool. Delete original polygons. No, I want to keep them. So again, I try this again. Take and drag it to somewhere like here or here, that we will see it. And now it works. You see, we have in the inside now. We have our cylinder here. And if we put this now in the subdivision surface, this should work. Oopsie. Right. It works not really. Something is not correct here. Let's try with optimize. Maybe that helps. I select no point and optimize. I think it's because of this edge here. What I could do is, so let's see, this is this, okay. What I could do is UL in edge mode. Take this one, and on the other side too. Shift select to add selection and MN to dissolve. Yeah, this looks now better. And if you don't have MN, so just go to right click and dissolve somewhere here. Here's dissolve. The earlier versions, they don't have this shortcut, I think. And now let's subdivision surface. Does not look really better. Something is wrong here. Why does this look like this? Why is this so? It's okay for me, but I ask why. Let's see what it does when I can. Normally I should not be able to bevel here. It's just a test. MS for bevel and see what's going on. Oh no, that's how it works. Jump here. Yeah, maybe it's just too hard, too big edge here. I think that this is the reason that it doesn't really work. Now with this, when I bevel this, it come on. Yeah, so it works perfect. Okay, then so just bevel a little bit. Why not? Does not matter for me. Okay. But when I use the bevel, I want a better bevel. So go back. So Control Z is, the Control C is back one step. MS as I said, and I want 4 here. But let's try it with the solid chamfer and not 4, 2, or 3. Let's see how this looks. Yes. Okay, this is what I like. And the same, don't forget the other side. I could do both sides together, but I just tested it, so let's MS and just take the same like before. We had like before we had 3 centimeter and fix as a solid with 2 centimeter thing we had. So okay, with the inside we don't see, but so, and now I want to make a cap on this. For this, this is a little too far out for me here. Let's put this in a little. You know what? I want to make this with. I go back. Sorry, but I go back until so. I want to make this bevel with a bevel deformer too. So UL, I select the other one too. Okay, so both selected, and I make a set selection. So I have the selection tag here. Set selection you will find here under select set selection too. So, and I take this bevel, I steal it, so control drag it out. Let's see here. Solid 2 centimeter is okay. We don't need this. We want the selection tag inside. So, and put it under the rim. You see, we have it now here. And this should work, of course. Yeah, this works. But I don't like this so far out here. So I deselect this, go to the rim, double click on my selection tag, T for scale, and scale this just a little inside. Something like that. It was just too far out for me. Maybe still a little too. Yeah, that's better for me. Let's see how it looks outside. Yeah, before I think we were outside of the tires. Still maybe. That's okay. Let's see. Okay. And now, of course, the bevel still works. See. And I want to make a cap on this. Control S to save. Don't forget it. Sometimes saving. So then for the cap, I take an oil tank. So oil tank. Hello, oil tank. Along Z, no. Along X, yes. Let's say NH to have the wireframe and not the isopalms. I don't need sorry, as many segments. I would just want here 8. Let's say in the gap segments 4 is more than enough. Now I want it exactly in the middle of our tire here, of our rim here. So what I can do is I go to my oil tank, put it under the rim here, and just hit reset PSR. Should work. Why does it not? We need our rim, and first the rim we have to center the axis, of course. And this we can do with magic center. This I have it here, or you go to your center axis tool. I have it in the toolbar, or under mesh axis center. Yeah, everything works. I have my magic center, and you see now the axis is in the middle. And when I go now to the oil tank and reset PSR, I have it exactly in the middle. And this is what I want. So I can put it out the oil tank. So put it, give it in the null here so that it works with the subdivision surface later on. I don't need any height segments. Whoops. And what I don't need, I need nothing more with this oil tank. So what I do, I convert it. So here I use my edit optimize script because we have caps. So okay, go in point mode, null for rectangle selection, only select visible elements, no, and select these points and delete them. This is all I need of this oil tank. So I have a nice round cap here. And you guys know it, I don't like triangles. Okay, here we have some triangles from the bevel, but this is okay for me. I could cut my on my own, but this would be too much work. This is a toy, so it's not really a real car or something else, so we don't have to be so exact here. Okay, but here it's easy to make, so I just select these 4 edges and MN for dissolve, and we have just quads here. This is of course much too big, so I go to my oil tank, center the axis, whoops, and T for scale, and scale it down. Something like this. T for scale. Let's see how big we are. This looks quite nice. Let's see, something like this is okay. Okay. Now oil tank, polygon mode, select all polygons with Control A. D for extrude. Let's extrude it a little bit to do in the other direction here. 2 subdivisions is okay. Okay. Create caps is okay too. Now we have a nice oil tank, so make it solo for the moment for a second. You see, we have now a nice bulged cap here. And if we put this in a subdivision surface, so let's NI for the isopalms, you see we have a nice round cap here. And this I simply drag on our whoops. Here you see this is edge on edge, and if we let's make the subdivision for the editor 3.2 so we get a nicer result. And now we have a nice wheel, I would say. Look at our wheel, and we have a nice wheel. It's exactly what we want. Okay, and you see, half an hour about, and we have a nice wheel. And now, now we start with the Xpresso. But don't worry, it's not hard. So not hard at all. A little bit maybe, but not too. You will get it, I'm sure. So save this wheel, and let's put it to in our original project file. So I take this. Let's see. Do you need a subdivision here? We have here everything in the body. Now we can put the wheels inside too, so we don't need the subdivision. Oh, this is the wrong one. Wheel. So I go to this, name it wheel. Copy it, Control C. Go in my other project, Control V, and this will be a little too big. So go to wheel, and you see we are not centered here. So what I want it exactly centered to the rim, the null object. So what I do is I delete this null object here. I have it here, so delete without children, it's called its name. So we can find it here too. Somewhere. Delete without children. Here, delete without children. But I just click on it. Wing. So I don't have a null. And now I take a null object. Wing. Take this null under my rim. Let's say reset PSR. And drag it out. And now I have the null exactly in the middle of our wheel. See? Boing. And when I press now by the null, I reset PSR, we have it exactly in the middle of the scene. Null T for scale, we scale everything down. But don't forget, I think it does not scale the bevel. Let's have a look then. If we go to the bevel here, it scales the bevel too, so that's okay. So we have to worry about nothing. Front E, oops, null wheel. So here T for scale. I forgot, this is nice, I forgot one funny thing I want to show you. So let's say we are happy with this here. Something like that, but not. Here. Okay. Now I put my wheel, so I take a symmetry object, put the wheel inside, and you see, whoops, look, we have another wheel. How nice is that? And we take another symmetry object, oopsie, and put this symmetry object inside. And look, we have nothing. Okay, that's not so funny. But let's change here the axis. And we have our 4 wheels. 4-wheel drive. It looks so funny. I really like it. Okay. Have we got NI for the other pumps? Yes, I have it still. And now let's put this. This is now the wheels. And put it under the nose here somewhere. And we have it in the subdivision surface. And have a nice puppy. And I save this under part 3, of course. Let's see how it looks. Looks wonderful. Of course, as I said, we make this holder or something. We make these connections to the body. We make it the next time. Today I want to show you the Xpresso thing. And during the next week we make the last part. I think it could be, I don't know, Wednesday, Thursday, or maybe earlier. We will see. But now let's go back to our... I closed the original file. We don't need it here. So. Here I want to show you something. Let's hide this all here and bring back the connection here. Ah no, this was stupid. I wanted to show it with the wrap deformer. It doesn't matter. I show you the thing with the wrap deformer. What you can do: take a cylinder. H is an H and B and H. That's wrong. Not M, N, yeah, N H. So come down here. And so make it longer. It's just imagine this is our cloner, maybe, okay? The cloner was 20 by 40, 20 we had and 40, so 800. Okay, and give it lots of subdivision, something like this. Put it and wrap deformer under it. In the original file I used, doesn't matter, R 90 degrees, that's fun. But this is wrong. In the original file we used a cylinder with radius 50 and 20 with 2 segments. This was what we used originally with no caps. So, and we had 40 clones of this. So that means when I make this 20 times 40 must work normally. Should be exactly the length from before. 80. Okay. That should work normally. Crazy. Why did it work with the clone? Ah, we can do one thing. Put this out. Yeah, we have still our clone, so I just have to put the wrap deform, so I don't need you, cylinder, you stupid one. Alt G. Wrap under the null. Here don't work, come on. It worked before and now it won't. Did I something wrong? No. I want the wrapper, shift. Now it works, come on. Doesn't matter, okay. R. Whoops. 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Now we have it. What I want to show you is you can go here to the wrap deformer to spherical, and here you can make a nice fat. Let's say from minus 90 to 90. You have a nice fat one here. This one I show you. Maybe I like something like this, isn't it? So, not so fat, but minus 60 maybe to 60. It's a little more. So you can make a more fat tire. This is what I want to show you. So yeah. So we don't need this for them. Nope. We need this wheel here. I copy it in a new file. So just to make this roll thing. Control V. I put everything in the middle, so reset PSR. Okay. Good so far. NA to hide all the wireframes and edges and everything. We don't need here now some subdivision surface. I just want to show you the roll thing. Let's make a texture just to see it better when it rolls. Go to here to surfaces. No, check up what here. And put it on, let's say on the rim. Okay, no UV mapping, cubic mapping, fit to object. Okay, so we should see everything when it runs. I even put it on the tire maybe. Fit to object. Yeah, so I think we put it on both. What else? Fit to object. Now we see it for sure when it rolls. So the first thing, what I want, I make a null for my Xpresso. Then you don't need. You could put the null where that is Xpresso wherever you want, but I want a control null. So it's. I take a null and name it Xpresso. And this is exactly in the null position of the scene. And I name it control. Okay, and give this right click in Xpresso tag. Okay. Now the fun begins. I make a short break. I have to drink something. Huh? Back in a second, you won't see it. So, nothing better than a totally warm Coke. So let's start. What do we want? What I want is now the easy way. I want, when I drag my control here, like this, I want that the wheel rolls with it. So, how can we do that? First, okay, we are in the Z-axis. This doesn't matter. Okay. First, I need this control. I just drag it inside here. and I see I want to drag it around, along the Z axis here. So what I need now is I go to my control here, to the coordinates, and I want the Z position. Here I can simply, we could go to here to the coordinates, position Z, or you can simply take this Z here and drag it on this red corner here. You see, position Z. Okay, this is the first thing what we need. Second thing what you need. I want that my wheel is exact on the floor every time. It doesn't matter what I do with it, how big it is. I want it to be every time on the floor. And yeah, let's make here a floor. Whoops. Big floor. Okay. It would be easy if I have just an. Sorry, when I give you just some examples, and so you can see what I better see what I mean. So I hide this one. It's easy to put it on the floor when you have a normal parametric object. So let's say I take a normal cylinder here along. Of course, the wrong one, along X. So 50. And I have this. It would be easy because I have the radius with 50. And when I take this radius and this 50, and go to the coordinates and say the y-axis 50, we have it exactly on the floor because the radius is here in the middle, and with 50, whoops, we have it exactly on the floor. But the problem is we have no parametric object here. We have this here, and so we have to find out something how we can get the radius out of this. So that we need the size of this null object, or everything what is in this null object, and then we have a height, so a diameter, and then we have to halve the diameter. You know what I mean? So that we have a radius. Okay, so the thing here, the first thing I want to show you is go to the cylinder. If you want the same, that every time it's on the floor, take the cylinder here and forget this control here for the moment. Don't just forget it. Forgotten? Okay. I take this cylinder and say, okay, I need the radius of the cylinder. So I go to my cylinder here, radius, and drag the radius on the red corner. Then again I take the cylinder and say, here I want that the radius, the number is the same number like the y-axis of the cylinder. So I go to the cylinder, coordinates, y-axis, and drag the y-axis in blue corner. And just connect these two here. Now the radius gives the number of the radius is exactly the number of the position of the y position. That means when I select here my radius and drag it down, you see it stays every time on the floor. So this is exactly what we want. But as we said, we don't have a parametric object. So easy, it would be too easy. Okay, we have this wheel here. And we need to know how big is this wheel. Every object has a bounding box. The bounding box is like a cube around the object, and that says how big is it. So when I go to the wheel, in the wheel it's a little with another object it's a little hard. When we go here to the, let's say, to the tire, you will see here exactly the size of the tire. This is exactly the size we have of the tire. So that means it's x here in the x-axis is 15, and height is 80, and width is 82. So this is okay. We need this. We know this now. And now I go to the wheel and I want to find out the size. And for this bounding box, we have a node in here. The easiest way to find something is to click on this magnify glass here, and I put in bounding box. Bounding, and you see, okay, we have a bounding box here. And here we see box size. This is exactly what we need. We don't need box maximum, we don't need minimum, so double click on this node here, on these connectors here. Double click on this and on this. You need just the box size. And we need an object, and the object should be our null object here. Drag it in. So now then we have to say there's this node, we need the object. See here, object. But there is an easier way. You see here, now I could select everything here. But if I make it in the reverse way, so I go from this object and go to the red one here, and release it, you see it now, it's just, everything is deactivated except the things what I can use. So I don't have to worry about these things here. So I don't need object. So now the wheel and the bounding box is connected. So the wheel, the bounding box is here. The box size has 3 parameters. So X, Y, Z, of course. And yeah, if we have take a result node, the result node does nothing else and then shows us a result of a node here. If I want to see the box size here, okay, this says nothing for me. So it can't be true, because when I go to the tire, this is the biggest one, the biggest thing here, nothing is 114 here. Okay, what we do, as I said, we have 3 X, Y, and Z. These vectors, 3 vectors. So, and then we give vector here, vector to reals. That's exactly what I want. And now we see, here I have X, Y, and Z. What I need is just the Y-axis. When I want to put it on the Y-axis, I need the diameter. I could take here in this case the Z-axis too. This is the same like the Y. But I take the Y-axis. This is the Y-axis what I want. So box size, input. And the Y-axis I put in here. And now look, 80, 208. And this is exactly the size of the tire here, 80, 208. This is exactly what we need. And of course, now we have the diameter of our wheel here. And it's nothing easier to find out the radius. So divide it by 2 and you have a radius. Okay, let's do that. I don't need this. So we know this Y. So I'm going to take a little math node. This is math. Here is add, but we can change this. Math add. I want the Y-axis divided. So click on the math node. And here I have it. And the function of the math node, you see this is the math operator. The function should be divide. And by 2. And when I go out of here, so we should get something like 40. Output here, 41, that's exactly the radius we need. And now where we have this with the radius, we know we simply can drag in our wheel here, our wheel, the whole wheel, and we need, like before, the Y-axis on this radius. So we take the wheel here, go to the coordinates, Y-axis, the blue one, and connect it with the, so that we see it, and connect it with here. So whoop, and you see we are exactly now on the floor. This is exactly what we want. And now it doesn't matter how big I make my wheel, so we're T for scale, and you see every time stays on the floor, and even if it is not a parametric object. So we have this now. Let's make here for this example a nice. Now it doesn't matter. We don't need round numbers here, so we don't need this result node here anymore. We have this. This we need later on a little bit. So now we want to rotate this. Okay, what do we need to rotate? We need how is this called? Circumference of this wheel. Okay, let's find out the circumference of this wheel. This we know this the circumference is twice the radius times p. Okay, or the diameter times p. It's the same, and we already have here the diameter. This is our diameter times p. So we need a mass node again here. Put in the diameter. Let's rename this so we know what we do here. Diameter. And now we go to here, to node properties. We need a multiply diameter times p. You can write in p. 3.142, and this gives us now the circumference. I hope this is the right word. So let's see if this could be true result, but it must be true. It is a good number. I think it could be true. Okay. What we need now is to let this roll. We need a range mapper. It's a little hard to do. For me in English it's hard to explain what I do now with the range mapper. So range mapper. What I want, I need here an input upper and an input. How can I explain this? I don't know. Here, Cinema uses radians for the degree, for the parameters here, for the rotation parameters, and this I can go for here radians, but the user defined is okay. This is radians. And I want an output range of degrees, so it knows we need degrees, so 360 degrees is one rotation. So I go here to degrees, and this should it be. This is one radian, so one single radian is 360 degrees. This is what Windows has to know. And now I put in this one. And this one, here is everything okay, degree, user defined, this is right. And now I want to rotate. Let's put the wheel under the control, so when I drag the control, the wheel goes with it. Otherwise the wheel would just rotate on its position and not go with the control. So, and now I need the wheel here, and let's see in which direction we have to rotate it. Oops. Wheel, and let's see, this is the wrong one, this is the right one, so we need a pitch, go in here, wheel and pitch, and simply put here the degrees. So, and now if we drag our control here, E, It goes in the wrong direction. Why does this? This is interesting. For this we have a negate note. Maybe it helps. Negate. Let's see if it helps. Input, output. Yep. You see. And it is exactly, it rolls total correct. Okay. This is nice so far. Normally this negate note, I did this so often, I never needed it, but I don't know why it wants it now. But if it, you see it, if your result is okay without a negate, and if it's in the wrong direction, just put a negate note in between and you see it works. But this works just for a straight line like this, or just simple splines. So let's go back with the control to reset PSR. So let's make a simple spline. I go in the top view, so I can. Yeah, I know why this is a negate, because normally I do everything in the x-axis, but now I am on the z-axis, so that's the reason. So when I drag this like this, okay, I go in this direction. Then I make a spline, just let's say an arc spline, and make the arc spline here. Oops. Minus 90, so minus 180. So minus 90. Make the arc spline a little bigger. E for move, and move it in here. So I want the wheel to run along this spline here. Okay, let's see if we can do this. This is quite easy because we go to the control null here and say take a line to spline. Whoop. And we put in here in the spline path, we put in the arc. Okay, let's go to the arc and say here reverse, and we are here. And now when the line to spline tag, when I go to the position, you see it runs. Okay, it runs like that. But when we go to tangential, and I see now it is in the wrong direction. Now it works it if it put it without negate notes now. Let's see if this works. Now it works, okay. But you see, it works until here, and then because it's not longer on the z-axis, it goes in the x-axis here. Here is a simple solution, but just for the simple spline here. Instead of this position set, we can go here to the coordinates and say position, and take this position as input and do the same position. And it's really kidding me. Whoop, whoop. Okay. It's good that it does not work like I wanted. So I see what you can do. If everything works like a charm, so you never would know what you do if it doesn't work. So you see it works. So, and now you see it runs here. But what does not work now, should not work. I don't know if it works. If I make this spline longer, you see now it runs in the different direction. So when I go along the spline now here, it runs here in the wrong direction, and from the null point here it runs in the correct direction. And this is what I said. It's if you use it for just simple splines or just a straight thing, you can do this easy setup here. So I've got a minus 180 here. And try it again. This works perfect. Of course, you can animate this. You can animate this one, so you can position check and then go with the keyframe to 100% here. Keyframe and whoop. Everything works. Or we go here to let's go to the F curve and make a linear spline here. Then it runs totally linear. And the next thing is, we still can make what we want. We can make the smaller. And it should run correct. So you see, now it runs faster because it's smaller. It's totally correct. Make it bigger. Everything works totally correct. Okay, this is the first. This is the easy part. So the easy way. Now let's make the let's make the other way. So for the other way, we don't need a set position. We don't need nothing here. We just need the rotation P. This is what we need, and we need the diameter here. Every other thing we don't need here. So let's select this. Delete this. Oops, not delete this. I set the rotation I need, so this and this I don't need. Okay. So, and now let's delete our arc spline here. Bye bye. Go back to position here. Make it smaller. Something like that. Okay. And let's draw a spline. I make here a spline, so sketch a spline, smoothing to 100%. I'm a very poor spline drawer. So we have a nice spline here. Close the spline, and we have a great spline. Never made a better spline. So what do we need? First we need to know how long is our spline, and unfortunately we don't have here in the spline, we have nothing here. We don't see how long is our spline. So but we need to know this. And the second one is we need to know how often rotates has this wheel a full rotation along the spline. So that means we need the length of the spline divided by the circumference, circumference of the, so the length of the spline divided by the circumference of this wheel. And then we need to know on which position we are at the moment. So yeah. Okay, let's make this. You will see what I do. First, how long is our spline? I want to know this. So I take this spline and then first I go to my align the spline, delete this. To delete a full keyframe, to Control Shift and click on it. I think, yeah, Control Shift and click. So work. Okay, so the keyframe is deleted. Go to this here and take this spline inside. So, okay. How long is our spline? So I take this spline and put it in our Xpresso here. But here, the same, we don't have any under coordinates. We don't have length. We have a scale, but the scale does not help. So we don't have a length. But for this, Xpresso has an own spline node. Spline node. You see, we have a spline node here, and this nice spline node has here, all right, a length, and this is exactly what I want. I need this length. I don't need the position here. I can delete the position. Don't need the offset, but I think the offset, you can delete the offset. Yeah, that doesn't matter. But now, again, the object, I do the reverse way, did here, object. And now the length, we take a result node. Result. And here we should get the length of the spline. So now we know our spline is 3476 centimeter, because I'm in centimeter here. Okay, this is good. But now I want to know how far when this spline, so let's say when this control, when the wheel is on about 5 centimeters, something like 3 centimeter, how far is this way from the null point to the point where the wheel is? And this we can do, of course we can do. And then, this is a little hard, because I'm not a Mathematik in German, but math is not my thing. What I need is a formula that makes the length of the spline times the position of this thing here, the position here, divided by the diameter. No, not the diameter, divided by the this nice circumference. Divided by, and then we have what we need. So, and this times 360, so this is 360 degrees. So we get our position on the position where it is. We know then how many rotations we have there. I show you this. I think this is the easier way. I make a formula. Okay. What I need now is the length of the spline. So I delete this here, or let it be, it doesn't matter. The length of the spline. I go to here and value 1. So this is the length. I rename it so that we can length. Sorry for my explanation, but it's so hard for me in English to explain this. But honestly, I don't want to know what I do. I want that it works. Okay. Now, I need the position of this align to spline tag. So I drag in the align to spline tag. And click on it and drag in the position of it. Okay. This is my second one. So I drag this in. Value. This is position. Position. And now the third one is here. My yeah, genau. Exactly. Now write it. Circumference. I think this should be okay. Okay. So now I click on the formula, and here I have formula. This is the formula, and now I could give you use port names. Means when I click this, I can use these names here. So this would be a length times position divided by the circumference. But for me, I don't want to write so much. So for me, it's easier. I do it like this. The value 1 is $1, value 2 is $2, $3, and so on. So this is for me much easier. Here I have what it is, but it's easier for me to write it here. So this what means this open this $1 times $2, this is the position, okay, close it, then divide it by the circumference, this is $3, that is third value, $3, okay, I take this now for the moment. And let's see what we get out of it. So I control drag this down so I have a result here. Okay. What this shows me, so I go here. This shows me the rotations. So here I have 0.3 rotations. I go up a little bit until I have here 1. This should be 1 full rotation here, from here to here. I don't know if this could be, but I think it could be. Yeah, this could be. Okay. This is now, this is because we need the position, so we have here 1 rotation. But 1 rotation means 360 degrees. But as before I said, this rotation b, these degrees, and cinema thinks in radians, so we have to translate radians to degrees. So these are the radians, and we need degrees here. And for this we have a node. We have here a degree node, degree, and click on it, and here we have radians to degree. This is what we need. So I put in here this one rotation, and this should make 360 degrees for us. Position B, and you see it does something. And when I now drag this, let's see what we get. Okay, it does not rotate, of course. It rotates, but very slow. Of course, maybe it's we need here in the formula we get 1 out of this, so we get 1 rotation, but not. We need here times 360. So now let's see what we get now. It looks crazy. So then that means I need here not radians to degree, I need here degree to gradients maybe. And now it looks correct. Let's see, let's animate this so that then we see it better. So position, okay. Go to frame 100. Again, keyframe it. F curve. Select the points here and make it radial. Okay. And let's see if this could work. It runs in the wrong direction. Yeah, what's the next thing? What is when you have a spline like this? We need a spline, not adaptive. We need uniform. So we have everywhere the same spaces between the points. So we have this nice wrong direction again. I don't need the result node anymore. That means I need just a negate node between the. I could put it here or over here. This, let's see if I say the truth. A negate node, please. Negate. But you don't have to do this whole Xpresso, of course, because you get the project file, and then you can use this Xpresso very simply. If you have another thing, just where the wheel is, and drag here another object inside, and then everything should work. And then another spline, but I showed this here, of course, too. But so negate. Radams. Let's see if this works. And now we are talking. And it runs perfect. Let's make it bigger so we see it better. Run, baby, run. Oh, I'll go back first. Exactly what we want. A little chaotic for me, from my side, I know, but it's really totally hard for me to explain something like this in English. So this is it's horrible for me. I was really afraid with this tutorial, but now we have it. So as I said, you don't have to do this. If you don't want to make this Xpresso, just download the project file and that's it. Maybe I should have said this before. But as I say, sometimes it's the best thing is, please watch first the tutorial and then do it. So you don't do, and if I have to go back, so you do have to go back too. So it's better you just watch it first, take a good drink or a beer or tea or whatever. Watch it very comfortable, and then do it. So this works. Let's save it. Xpresso. Oh no, let it roll. Let it roll. So okay, was hard, but it works. And in the next tutorial we set this up. The next thing is then easy. We just have to put instead of this wheel, we put the whole dog under the control or something else. So you will see this is a very easy thing then. We don't have to worry. So this was the hard Xpresso. We make Xpresso for animating the dog, of course, but this is a very easy thing. This is just some slider to rotate the head up and down and left and right, and yeah, and make the eyes, so that the beams brighter and less bright, and so this is a very easy thing in Xpresso. Then this was the hard one. So this is this we have now, and don't need the result now. Yeah. I hope it was not too boring for you, but we have to do this. So it's I think it has no sense when I give you this Xpresso here, and here it is, and just drag in your things, and that's it. I think you want to know how it works. You want to know how it works. I don't know. Okay. Because I know what I do here, but maybe it does not seem like this because I can't explain it in English. But this is too hard, but here I think you can. You know what I do. This formula is an easy one, but yeah, you see it works. And the result is it works. We have a really nice And what you can do now, okay, go back here. What you can do is now with this blind, let's say the point mode. Take this blind here, put it up here. It follows this blind perfect. So and here you can now take, we could do it in a small rig, so that you just with user data just drag in your spline, drag in your object, and let's roll it. This we could do too. If you're interested in this, so tell me, we can do this. Maybe I do this for you, so for the lazy people like me, that you say, okay, I download this rig and put it in and ready. Okay, that it is for today. I hope you liked it, and yeah. Yes, and yet, then if you don't need the negate note, you see it when it runs not in the correct position. Just put in a negate note. You don't have to do nothing here. The real is okay here. The negate note is for Boolean very good too. So if you need it for Boolean, just go from real to Boolean. You see, you have to. But this is another story. Okay. This is now our Xpresso thing, our funny roll, let it roll thing. And yeah, the next tutorial, as I said, will be yeah, the small things, the small details, then I texture it in the physical render and for Octane. And this should be one tutorial, so this should then be the last part. And I hope I can do it in a few days. So maybe yeah, Wednesday. I hope, maybe Wednesday, maybe earlier. I work on my Octane rig is almost, it's more than less, it's ready. But so you see, I have my Octane rig here now, and this I will sell it. It is Octane rig. It does a lot now, but it's the same like my Nikomedias Scene Rig Pro for the physical render, and this will get updates as well. So updates and updates and updates. But here it's much more complicated with the Octane. But this is another story too. This extra. Of course, you can delete it here as well. So okay. So nope. Okay, this was it for today. As I said, I hope you liked it, and I hope it was not too boring. And if you don't like things like this Xpresso or something, please tell me this, so I don't do it in the next tutorials. I make the tutorial, I set it up everything and say, okay, here is the Xpresso, just take it and do it. But I thought it's maybe a good idea to show you how it works. It's a little different thing, ding ding. Okay, it's 10 p.m. here and time to eat something. I wish you a nice evening, a nice day, a nice morning, whatever, and please read the description. You will find every link there you need. So of course you need this project. You get this project file too with the Xpresso too, of course. And yeah, that's it. And do you find a donation link if you want to donate to support me? I would really be happy about it, and I appreciate it, of course. And link to my Patreon site too. Yeah, that's it for today. So I say tschüss und bye bye und baba und ja, tschüss, baba.